Hi, second grade math teachers of students with disabilities. This is Wendy Moran, and I am going to show you this great tool to use with your students with disabilities that will make math come alive for them. They can do the work in didacts.com themselves, or you can use it and demonstrate it to them. You can use it as a kickoff tool. You can do various problems on it. And I know it's very, very helpful when you are working on the second grade topic with arrays and repeated addition. So let me go over the first problem that you might want to do. It's Samantha is organizing her greeting cards. She has 8 red cards and 8 blue cards. And she puts the red cards in 2 columns and the blue ones in 2 columns to make an array. So rather than putting it on a piece of paper and doing R and R, you can bring over your tiles, show your students. She has 8 red and she does them in 2 columns. Okay, that's her first column. Okay, her second column of her red cards. And then she takes her 8 blue cards and puts them into 2 columns. Very easy to use, right? Your students can use it, or you can demonstrate it. We have our second one right here. So we have an array, and the next question is, write a repeated number sentence to match the array. So we go down here with our pencil and we write 4. I have 4 there, I have 4 here, I have 4 here, and I have 4 here. And if I do the repeated addition, I can actually show that to them. 4, 8, 12, 16. I can show that it's going to equal 16. Okay, the other beauty of it is I can change these up and say, okay, so let's make a different array. Okay, so we can pick them up. That's 4 columns and 4 rows, but let's say I make an array now. Okay, I'm going to have 3 rows, 2 columns. And as you can see, it's very engaging for your students. And it really does make the point, okay, here. Okay, instead of doing my columns, I can see that I have 1, 2, 3 rows going across. Let me write it here. I have 2. I have 2 going across, and I have 2 going across. So now I have 3 rows of 2 each. And I could say, could I make it a different array? We know that's going to be 6. Okay, but now can I change it? And do the same numbers, but now do rows and columns different. And here I am making my connection, as I should, between my repeated addition and my array. So now I have my first row of 3. And I can use different colors. I don't want them to all think that, you know, everything's got to be the same color in an array, because it doesn't always work out that way. Okay, come over here, come here. Okay. like that. Okay, I have 2 rows now, and in each one of these rows, I am going to say I have one group of 3 and another group of 3. So this repeated addition is going to be 3 plus 3 equals 6. And I can move it around and I can actually show different kinds of problems. All right, so if I want to erase, well, before I erase, one of the things that we could do is, let's say we say to the students, okay, so what happens if I add another row here? What happens? So let's add one more row. Okay, it's easy to do that. What happens when you add another row? Okay, I have another group of 3. I'm going to change to my pencil. I'm going to add 3. And when I add one more row, my repeated addition becomes 3 plus 3 plus 3 equals 9. Okay, and you can show them all kinds of things. The next thing you can do is show them, suppose I cross out a row. What happens? All right, you can cross it out, of course. Let's say you can go like that, but you can also just break it apart if you want. Okay, what happens if I remove a row? What happens if I remove a row? Okay, so it's very easy to move them around. This is a big concept in second grade because it is tying them into multiplication. The repeated addition is tying them into multiplication. And this is really a good tool for them to see that, to get a good foundation of it for our students with disabilities.